You're listening to the Bent Business Marketing Podcast, helping struggling entrepreneurs realize your business is bent, not broken. Let us help straighten things out.
Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of Bent Business Radio. Today I'm going to be talking about Look and You Shall Find. You know, a very cool thing happened to me this evening. Today is March 17th. It's Sunday evening at 8:34 p.m. I came in my office with the intentions of trying to rekindle my creative side. For some reason today I just felt off. I felt like my creativity was somehow sucked away from me, and I need to come back in and write a blog post and try to read a couple books and regenerate myself for a fresh Monday morning. But something happened. Someone intervened. I walked into the Armstrong building, key in hand and a fresh cup of coffee, and the guy that cleans the building was still here. I'll leave his name out of the thing, but the gentleman, I met him before in passing, but it was a very quick introduction, and we just walked past each other. But he's going to be 50 years old this year. And in 2013, as a society in general, we do not communicate with the people, with our friends of flesh and blood anymore. We don't have any kind of interpersonal communication with other human beings. We're so used to tweeting and emailing and Facebooking and instant messaging and texting that it's hard for people to engage those around us. We walk down the sidewalk and we maybe look the other way, or we look down at our phones. We hide from the most precious and gorgeous individuals that are out there that could change our lives forever. Tonight, this gentleman proved to be just that. When I was at my lowest and I was coming in here just feeling like I didn't want to do anything and I didn't even want to take on next week, I sat down and had a 2-hour conversation with this man that was probably the most engaging conversation I've ever had with another human being. We talked about everything from just my business, Bent Business Marketing in general, to religion, to life in itself. And I tell you what, this guy right now as a profession is cleaning up for other people's messes. And probably doesn't very so often get the opportunity to really communicate his ideas. But he felt comfortable talking to me about what he had in his head. And what he allowed me to hear was absolutely amazing, to say the least. Amazing. This guy has innovative thoughts that you and I wish we had. He has the tenacity of a child. He has ideas for the future of Clinton that just blew me away. And not harebrained scheme like, hey, let's do this, let's do that. Oh, it's been done before. How many of you heard that? Oh, I hear that all the time. Oh, you weren't here, Andy. A few years ago, they tried that and it didn't work. I don't care what happened a few years ago. Neither does this guy. We just want to see something better for this town. A river city town that has an amazing amount of potential, but why are we not taking advantage of it? I think it's because we're ignoring the cleaners. We're ignoring the car washers. We're ignoring the innovative, creative, right-brained people out there that can take a hold of the reins of this community and steer it in a direction that makes sense. Why aren't we like Galena? Why does everybody come down the mountain and say, oh, I really like Galena. I really love Galena. We're going to go to Galena this weekend. Why can't we be Galena? Oh, I really love their art boutiques. Why can't we have an art boutique? The city is void of any kind of creative outlet or space for individuals that possess the right size of their brain is the more aggressive. They don't have a mechanized, systemized way of thinking where everything comes down a conveyor belt. They think in colors. They think in terms of a broader spectrum. They're not constricted by time or date or hour or clocking in and clocking out. Every single day to them is a new opportunity to do something beautiful. And that's what makes a community. But I'm sad to say that I promote digital forms of media too much, and I think it's come across as just I'm all about Facebook and things like that, and I cannot be further from the truth. Because tonight, meeting this individual and having a sit-down conversation over a cup of coffee gave me such the creative influence and a rejuvenated spark that I'm like bursting at the seams here, excited about what I'm going to do next. Monday, I want to come into work alive, re-energized, and charged to make a difference in our lives. Not just mine, our lives, everybody. This guy has creativity flowing from his fingertips, but he lacks the digital resources to do it. He doesn't have the computer, and he has really nowhere to go except for the library, where they restrict him to a half-hour time limit to be creative and engage with other people, maybe online, or reconnect with those people offline and make something happen. How crappy is that? How crappy is that? So I have an idea. Back in August of last year, I had this idea of creating something called the Pro Shop. And basically what I wanted to do is find a place in town where I could get innovative individuals to come in. It would be a membership type thing where, kind of like Iron Horse Gym, where you go and you swipe your card. Be 24/7 access. There would be computers, industrial-sized printers, overhead projectors, laptops, iPads, everything that people needed to get their work on and be creative. There would be a coffee bar, a conference room for meeting people, place for webinars, podcasting, all this stuff under one building. And people say, Andy, well, why wouldn't somebody come in and steal everything? Well, then I don't worry about crap like that. I worry about long-term, how is this going to help Clinton? You know what's going to help Clinton? You, the business owners, are going to be able to say, I have an idea. I have a new product. I have a vision, but I don't know what the next step is. How many people do you know said, I have an idea for an invention, but I never knew how to patent it? I had an idea for a website, but I never knew how to make a website. Well, that's what the Pro Shop's going to do, folks. It's going to take all those ideas. When you reach that roadblock, it's going to allow you to jump over that bad boy and continue on towards success. All you're going to do is come into the Pro Shop. You're going to fill out a little request for work form. You're going to slap it on a cork board. You're going to walk out. People are going to come in, members of the Pro Shop. They're going to bid on your work, and they're going to provide you with awesome content. It's like business marketing on steroids, because I can't do it myself. Like the teeth in the wheel of a clock mechanism. As it turns and it rotates, if there was just one tooth, would it spin? Absolutely not. And if it did, it'd be insanely slow and would not be accurate on time. So I need to surround myself by like-minded individuals. So if you're the type of person out there that has that creativity, has that spark, has that overwhelming desire to do something better for your life and leave this world with some form of legacy, or at least some kind of imprint, then the Pro Shop is where you need to be. It's my vision, it's my dream, and it's going to become a reality. Meeting with this guy tonight just allowed me to see that there's so many untapped resources in this community that you could just dig your hands into and create magic. Create amazing things that this town has never seen before. Think of all the blank and ugly facades that we have on some of these rundown buildings that could be replaced by art, could be replaced by murals. This guy does that stuff. He creates his own art. It's amazing. Amazing stuff. He told me he bought an old photocopier one time and it just had bad image, so somebody threw it out and he just took it. And what he did is he actually photographed the sides of his face on a photocopier, printed them out, and then made him look all different directions and put him in a frame. Excuse me. That's awesome. It may sound dumb to you, but I think that's awesome. That somebody can take junk somebody's going to throw away and convert it into something that's artistic, pleasing to the eye, and allows him to some form of expression. Now, I'm not saying I'm bringing next Woodstock to Clinton. I'm just saying that we have a lot of people in this town that are passionate about making it better, but we refuse to listen to them because they may not have the fancy threads or the educational background of your typical city leader. But they have something better than that. They have something better than a stitched-on tag in their suit coat. They have ideas, and they have the passion to carry those ideas through and make dreams become reality. That's what this town is lacking. That next step. That turbocharged boost factor that builds a solid economy and a sticky business presence. Because what do you think would bring kids to Ashford? Kids don't think about curriculums. People don't think about crap like that. Not kids. They want to go to a university where they feel they're going to connect, they're going to have a creative outlet. I heard a story about 392 Cafe, and that a girl came from California with her dad, and she visited the cafe, and she didn't know if she wanted to go to Ashford or not. But she visited that cafe, and it reminded her of a cafe that she saw at home. So she chose to go to Ashford. She chose to be a part of our community and continue her education here in small town USA Clinton. Because of what? because of the ability of a few individuals to create something that stood out, that was different, that was not status quo, that was not mechanized, it was not a product of an assembly line. We don't have to live within the confines of societal acceptance where we feel that we have to have a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 grind to pay the bills. I get it. I got a wife and 2 kids, and sometimes Bent Business Marketing doesn't pay the bills. But you know what? This is my dream, and I will never, ever give up on this. Because you just never know who you're going to meet. So look for those people. Look and you shall find. Search those individuals out. If you're an employer, next time you ask somebody for a resume, maybe choose to interact with them more on a personal level before you think they're the most qualified for the job. Because I guarantee you're turning a blind eye to some of the most innovative, creative, awesome people in this community. All right, that's my Bent Business rant. I don't want this to sound like I was yelling the entire time, but I want my passion to bleed through this podcast. You guys understand what I'm all about. If you don't, give me a call, 815-441-2219. I love to sit down with you and share some of my ideas. And I love to hear yours as well. Conversation always goes two-way. Just remember that. Do me a favor. This coming week, starting Monday, try to engage a stranger. Find out who they are, who they really want to be, and where they're going in their lives. Maybe there's some way that you can help them out. See ya.
If you want to hear more, be sure to subscribe and give us the thumbs up by leaving a comment below. As always, thanks for listening to the Bent Business Marketing Podcast. We're passionate about helping you succeed.